in the world. And Allah has made this world for this reason, that through this world, life of this world, that a person will be questioned through the life of this, about the life that he has led in this one. And a person gets so lost and ghafil in this world that he starts to consider this world as everything. And the rewards or the result of the hereafter will be based on the life of this world. And the individual forgets, whilst he or she is living here, that the problems of this world are nothing. They're not big, because the time to come, the time to come afterwards, after the life in this world, the different phases and steps we will have to pass through are very hard and difficult. Very difficult. Now here, the human being can pass the time in any way. He can be hungry, he can be with the stomach which is full, you can be poor in poverty, you can be a rich and wealthy person. The time will pass. But my brothers, the time of the hereafter will not pass easily. It will not pass easily. The conditions that we will pass with in the hereafter, the things that we will go through, will be forever in the hereafter. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, that Allah ta'ala told us in this world, during this life, then the death of a mu'min is like what? Just like when you're pulling the hair out through the flower. So easy and simple. Say subhanallah. Do me and you want this? Do we desire this? And the person who doesn't do this amal, maut will come, death will come, that time will come. And no strength of the world can stop that time that Allah Ta'ala has mentioned, that time is to come. And the person who doesn't do the amal, then what will his or her death be like? And these are all ilm. This is all knowledge according to the Quran and the Hadith. The whole of the Quran and the Hadith is based on this explanation. Allah Ta'ala says the person who didn't follow Allah Ta'ala's prescription advice, then what will his death be like? It's like, for example, there's an item, piece of material, and maybe it's got all nails or nettles on it. And if that severe item, it could be like a truncheon with nails in it or nettles or thorns in it, and that's pulled through the flesh of a person, through the skin and the flesh of a person. Obviously, if that's pulled through the body, then every piece of flesh and meat will come out. Severe pain, etc. So what's the difference? If that individual had implemented the deeds that Allah Ta'ala had advised us through our lives, then death would be easy. And if we bypass those deeds, then maut will come and we will go through the severe death. Are you listening to what I'm saying, my brothers? I'm not giving a speech. That will give us assistance. That human being, if he does this deed, then his condition, Allah's Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam saying that the human being, he won't be afraid of Qiyamah. He won't be afraid of the Day of Judgment. And if I say to Qiyamah, if I start now, the time will pass. We all know what is Qiyamah. The Day of Qiyamah, the severity, the difficulties, the pain. At that time, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said on the Day of Qiyamah, the person who does this deed in this world during the life, Allah's Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is telling us. He's telling us, you know the Yawm al-Qiyamah, about the Yawm al-Qiyamah, the announcer is saying that the munadi, you understand the munadi? Who gives an announcement that from Allah Ta'ala, the angel at that time on the Day of Judgment, when there will be total ups and downs and severity and pain and people will be scared, and the angel will announce on behalf of Allah on that day. What will he do? The angel will announce. Allah, imagine the announcement at that time. And those severe conditions and hardships, and an angel will give the assignment when the whole world will be destroyed and Qiyamah will be in existence at that day, and everyone, all the Sahaba listening, that there will be an angel who will announce on behalf of Allah. What will be that announcement? Subhanallah. Aina ulil albab, the angel will say. On the Day of Judgment, the Day of Resurrection, ulil albab, those people of wisdom, understanding, aql, intellect, people who listened, who understood. Allah is calling to you. Allah is calling you. Say subhanallah, subhanallah. Qiyamah, Day of Judgment. And they will be called out clearly, not by name, but you people of aql, people of wisdom, understanding, intellect. You knew what you were doing. Allah is calling you to His court. So those people are being called out with clarity. Then imagine, will there be any limit to their happiness, that they will be led out of the plane of the Day of Judgment? Imagine me, you, we're stuck. It's the Day of Judgment. Hardships, drowning. And from Allah an announcement comes, a call, come my dear friends, I'm waiting for you. I announce, come, where are you? So where will we be? Will we be those who will respond to Allah's call? Subhanallah, say Subhanallah. Will we do this amal? Do we want the ease on the day of judgment? Then do this amal today. I give the example of that person who just left the world. He was a dhakir and he did wudu and dhikr and he departed from this world. He was conscious doing dhikr. Allah Ta'ala's promise is true. So what did Allah say? Allah will announce through His announcer, through the caller, where are those people? Aina? Where are those? Allah is looking for them. Allah is calling them. Stand up. Come out of your places of the severity of the day of judgment. Where are you trapped in this heat and you're drowning in your sweat? They'll say, Subhanallah, amazing, Allah is calling us. Allah is calling us. And then the second point, Ayyul alul albab, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Sahaba Ikram explained or asked, the O Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how did they become ulul albab in this world? Who are those people? What amal did they do? The practice that on the day of judgment they've been given a great status on the day of judgment. Ayyul, how did they become ulul albab? What did they do? And then the amal is coming, the guidance, it's been explained to us. The amal is coming, listen clearly, carefully. That they practice that deed in the dunya that Allah Ta'ala explained. If you do this amal, then on the day of judgment, when the world will be in severe hardship and difficulty and distress, Allah says, I won't call you by name, rather I'll call you by title. Oh you people, I want to explain to them, people of the world, that the person who had the most understanding were you, O people, because in the world you did the right action. People thought you were poor and crazy and a waste of space and a waste of time and useless. People say you're wasting your time, you're not doing the right action. But Allah Ta'ala says that in the world I wrote your name in that list of those people who were the most intellectual with the wisdom and understanding. What is that amal they did, my friends, that gave them that status? And the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, please tell us, what is that action that they did? قَالَ الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ. Say Subhanallah. Say it again, Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Allah's Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the amal that they did, those individuals that today on the day of judgment they're getting the status Allah has announced in the Quran, because the Quran and Hadith are going in parallel, together, side by side. الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقَعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ. Allah Ta'ala said that the true, my walis are those who remember me whilst they're lying down or sitting or standing. Allah Ta'ala says, all pastors, standing, sitting, lying down. قِيَامًا وَقَعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ. They never forgot me. Allah Ta'ala says, doesn't matter what position they were in the world, is there any person today